Was that Jason Tatum? I don't know. Here we go. I'm starting my NBA career.
Coach Tucker showed me some photos of the gym you and your managers.
We've got some strong opinions.
Okay. This is a collaboration.
That's great because I have been visualizing exactly how I want my career to be.
Visualizing?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, like meditation and manifestation, that sort of thing?
Well, why don't you manifest some opinions on this list of potential goals for the first half of the season? You know, let me know if any...
You know what speaks to me, Coach? I want to prove that I'm the top player in my draft class. That feels like the best combination of realistic and aggressive.
That's a tough goal. You've got some extremely gifted players in your class.
And I'm here to prove that I'm the best of them.
Well, it won't happen overnight, but that's what we'll work toward.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Wish being a GM was always this easy. Oh, one more thing.
Yo, MP, let's go. Good, MP. Game time. Let's get it, MP. Looking good, MP.
MP, I'm Donna. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Donna. My manager tells me you're one of the best PR people in pro sport.
You good, MP? There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yo, keep this thing to regulation. I got plans after the game.
Time to talk rotation.
Ah, great. I've been looking forward to this.
Every NBA player wants to start someday, and I'm sure you're no different.
This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big part of what we do here as a ball club.
I can see that, and it's much appreciated. I'm telling you, Hunter, best movie I've seen in the past 20 years for sure. Yeah,
okay, just have to check it out.
Definitely.
Hey.
MJ's legacy. Man, if you're a hooper from Illinois, that shadow that he casts, you know, it follows you everywhere.
Not bad, yeah.
Yeah, people.
Nicely done. I can see that media train.
And P, huge fan.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Oh, that's the magic right there. Yep. Hold that. Perfect.
Stop, NP.
MP.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. And that seemed fair.
Yeah, it's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that.
I guess we gotta play our first game! Chat, this is gonna be insane.
a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court, or proper language, or jumping. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff. Make sure to secure your official Miami Heat tickets the best way that Miami Heat has.
The wait is finally over. Opening night is upon us. New faces and new...
We are versing the Miami Heat.
New season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of... How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're...
Stop something. And set the tone.
Mitchell is double. Wiggins outside. Robinson for three. Here's Adebayo. Has to wear. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Anthony's checked in for the Magic.
Cole Anthony.
There's 1:47 left in the first quarter, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And let's go to the sideline for a report on MP.
Hey, guys, a lot of excitement in the air as MP makes his NBA debut tonight. I asked him how he felt about his journey here, and he told me it hasn't been easy. I had to grow a lot as a person and as a player, but I'm ready to keep putting in the work and fight my way to the top. It's just the beginning of what could be a fantastic career. Guys?
Gosh, I love that kid. Hey, David, you can tell this organization expects big things from MP. Well, the start of MP's NBA journey begins now. These the first minutes for the first-round pick.
And I have high hopes for MP over the course of his career. This guy's a student of the game and was a fanatic about Jordan's Bulls when he was growing up.
Black kicks to Banchero. Back to Black. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Gets it to go.
Oh,
beyond
Anthony Black.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Shoots from 12. The rebound by Batadze.
Sure. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Anthony finds Banchero. Poke loose. Wagner passes to MP. Anthony on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. The three from MP. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. Inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big bam.
Black dishes to Banchero. Back to Black. MP outside. Can't tie it up as that one misses. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Heat lead by 3. Stay with us as we get...
Bro, this is crazy. It's our ball.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Paulo.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Come on, Paulo. No, Paulo.
Then there's Wagner. Then there's Banchero. And it's Banchero in at the small forward position. Anthony against Burks. Anderson. And Anderson slams it in.
Why would you do that, Wagner?
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
First team foul. Now at the line, Kyle Anderson.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
The Magic shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Hey guys, well the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams, and with the addition this summer of Contavious Caldwell-Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. A player who can space the floor, add to their already stout defense, and has championship pedigree. They're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. Latray.
I need to make a shot.
Yeah, just a solid job on
I'm selling.
They are really controlling the inside.
Robinson passes to Jovic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Drills it from outside.
I'm selling.
Anderson's got the lead up to 9 now for Miami.
So important that Anderson can step up and knock down shots like that.
What is this guarding?
Against Anderson. And some changes here for the Heat. Ware's checked in, and it's Mitchell in for Alec Burks. Then for the Magic, Goga Bitadze comes in for Wagner. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Cole Anthony. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Banchero kicks to MP. Another miss by Orlando.
I'm sorry, Banchero. I'll let you down.
Trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And that one drops. And now it's an 11-point Miami lead. Orlando's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. MP inside. He's against Anderson. MP dishes to Suggs. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Heat with some changes. Bam Adebayo comes in for Anderson. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Franz Wagner's checked in for the Magic. He's checked in for Hero. MP's checked in for the Magic.
A little, all right?
Wagner passes to MP. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Lets the three fly. And
it's hard,
pulls
bro.
It down.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Robinson kicks to Wiggins. To the paint. Wants to get it to Adebayo window.
You can't blame me for that.
This is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Mitchell against Suggs. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. Mitchell passes to Wiggins. Here's Adebayo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Miami enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this.
You know,
What was
Miami,
Shaq doing there?
like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Magic.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan.
And after a very lopsided... deciding to change it up. And timeout is called. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Robinson is out there with Mitchell. And it's Anderson in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Back to Black. MP with it. Rebound by the Heat. Mitchell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Anderson outside. Robinson passes to Jovic. A 3 from Anderson. And it's Orlando with the rebound. 51 seconds left to play in the third. Back to Banchero. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with the statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
Well deserved, right? D-Wade's the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
The Heat making a switch here. Burks is checked in. And a switch here also for Orlando. Anthony's checked in for Jalen Suggs.
Nice long strides for Duncan Robinson to get to that shot.
The 3 from MP. Good on the 3-point shot. Banchero's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Robinson passes to Burks. Here is Anderson. Pass to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Works for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now Anthony. Over Robinson. And he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
That's what I like to see, Cole Anthony.
He knew the time. He executed.
Well through. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Joe Wagner out there with MP. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then there's Black. And it's Anthony in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Anthony. MP outside. Outside Anthony. Pass to Black. Banchero inside. Guarded by Robinson. And that one's good. Wagner.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
And here is Hero. From deep. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Here's Anthony. Over Burks. Off the left rim.
Why?
The three. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Hero. Hero's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Banchero outside. Pass to Wagner. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Making a switch here. Banchero's checked in. And Bray, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Yeah, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But there's a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Back to Suggs. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Banchero.
Banchero.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim. Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, Wagner. Mortez
Will not find
Wagner.
a higher percentage opportunity than that.
That guy was so lost.
Here's Hero. Down low. Here's Anderson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Dude,
the Heat lead by 14. Pass to Black. Banchero with the ball. And here is Suggs. Back to Banchero. Banchero against Robinson. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
And Anderson slams it in.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Especially on Miami.
A different look for Miami. Where's checked in. And Bam Adebayo subbed in.
Yo, we did not win. No, there's no way.
With the whole new group on the floor.
Going out there, okay? I got you, coach.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Heat.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, you're not winning the game.
And Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Tyler Hero.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
6 to shoot. Rozier for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Banchero outside. No good with the triple. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. So here's Burks.
You're weird, bro.
And so Miami
You're
takes
so
this one by a big
weird.
margin.
Why are you
They won this
holding
game
the
going
ball?
away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play.
best teams lose at least 10 games a year.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press looking for quotes.
They can hit me up on text, too?
They do. And you want to handle this like you would any regular press conference. You want no comment? No comment. You want to answer? Go ahead and answer. But just remember, everything you say is on the record and has an impact.
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game...
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game. Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Some nights, the shots don't fall.
The Nets suck.
Then go out and take it. AMP.
My goal is to get at least 10 points this game. 10. I need to practice more. Cool with this game. It helps you with timing. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Shut up. I don't even know which ball was mine. Like, look, bro, I'm literally cooking right now. I just scored another. I didn't score that one. I scored that one. I scored that one.
The home debut for this team and the home debut for the rookie MP. He'll have his chance to make a lasting first impression.
How long have you been watching?
Welcome and thanks for joining.
That's a question.
Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke.
The Nets suck. I can destroy them.
And here's a look at what's coming up
hey,
from Orlando.
Wait, OG, are you still in stream? Because if you are,
Saturday,
tell me what your team is. I need to know.
Up against the Grizzlies.
What is the New York
Monday,
team?
They head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court.
We got ball. We got ball.
Very
Give me that ball.
Experience.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson pass to Suggs.
Hey, who's watching them?
Bro, oh my gosh, this game is close.
Great deal of overreaction.
All right, I'm playing now.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still
I didn't even do nothing.
So the Nets making a switch here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Williams. Johnson, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Melton in for Russell. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Melton passes to Johnson. Sharp, a screen on
Johnson.
Here's Johnson, and he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He
ball.
flat out dominated the offensive end.
A deep 3 from MP.
Really?
And
No, what?
Able to change momentum here. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Here's Melton.
You miss.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Magic. They trail by 3. Wagner, the pass to Banchero. On the take. Pass to Anthony. And here's Wagner.
Wagner!
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Wagner. The 3 from Banchero. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outside Johnson. Watford outside. With 2 seconds left. And the bucket is good.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Such crap.
And so it's Brooklyn closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consider. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Nets.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways
I should
to
have chose
bust up the
any other
defense
team,
and get
but I
high
didn't.
percentage looks.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the 3-point arc.
On the floor for the Nets. Trendon
What?
Watson is out there with
What?
Williams.
What?
Then there's Johnson, then there's Sharp, and it's Melton in at the 1 spot. What a fantastic second year for Paolo Banchero, Grant. A bona fide all-star in Orlando.
Yeah, only their second all-star over the last decade. Paolo was incredible during the playoffs, averaging 27, 9, and 4. That playoff
Melton outside. 6 on the shot clock. Watford outside. The 3. Orlando with the rebound. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
They simply did not bring it.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, nice one. Jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Have at it.
Nets leading by 8. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3.
Not a Magic fan dancing.
Quite work out. So
yes, sir.
Middle ground,
Yes, sir.
which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York. The fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Matazes checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Anthony. Pass to Melton. To the left wing. Timmy. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Suggs. Gets it to
What
drop.
was that, bro?
This is a demonstration of how dangerous Jalen Suggs can be when he decides to take it to the rack with strength.
From deep, Melton. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Pass to Banchero. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
What are you doing? That was supposed to be my moment of time.
Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave no
Black, what are you doing? You're so black.
Adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Pass to Black. MP outside. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound. From deep.
Early boom, yeah!
Buries the triple.
You can see MP just looking to continue to refine that three-point shooting.
Johnson with it. Still no points. It's hauled in by the Magic. Batadze's got 5 rebounds in the game. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Timmy, guarded by Banchero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Down low. Timmy. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out here?
No.
Orlando
Ben, did I
changes. Franz Wagner checked in for Banchero, and Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Black. Magic trail by 8. Suggs left side. Wagner outside. 1:02 left in the second. Here's Banchero. Some solid defense from Claxton.
Not a great decision there. With the defender in your grill, kick it out.
Is that
Thomas
Wemby?
passes to Johnson. Out of bounds.
Is that
It'll go to
Wemby?
the Magic.
Okay, I thought that was Wemby. Isn't
All right,
it
let's
team
use
with
this time
Wemby
to
on
check
it?
out the teams with the most steals last year. 5th, Orlando.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good
Yeah,
risk
they
and
are
know
a
when to
team
go
that does
after
that.
opportunities for steals.
The Magic have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. A deep 3 from MP. Wasted no time with that shot.
Our
but it's
chemistry
off
is
the
getting
mark.
better.
And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nets. Outside Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Outside Russell. 6 to shoot. Orlando with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
Last year shows that having the better overall record doesn't mean you're going to dominate the lesser opponent.
Back to Wagner. Here's Banchero. He squares up and sinks it. MP's got 8 points in the quarter. And so it's Brooklyn with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be right back with you shortly.
I'm actually kind of cooking. Hold on. Game stats. Wait, which Paulo am I? 7.8 points. I'm cooking. No wait, I'm actually cooking. What's the score? Okay, we could win. This kid is not making that. Kid. I bet bro did.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, starting the season with a loss, you know they're ready to fight tonight. Don't want to start out 0-2.
I think the most important thing is they show improvement. Your record at this point in the season won't tell the whole story.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Magic.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as soft as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq needs a nap. Somebody's tired of watching Bad D. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third.
And as we get into this third quarter,
Yo, it's
as
my
we've seen so far-
mascot.
Wagner's checked in for
Oh my
Batase.
goodness, good.
MP comes in for Banchero.
Turn this around,
And Black subbed in for Caldwell Pope. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Williams. Johnson, he's checked in for Thomas. And it's Melton in for Russell. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Takes it in. Back to Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Jacks up a three. Brooklyn pulls it in. The Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the three. Mo in the middle. Then it's Suggs. Then there's Banchero. And it's Black in at the two-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. Banchero outside. Beyond the arc. The shot comes out.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
From deep, Johnson. Rebounded by Suggs.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Banchero against Sharp. MP, the pass to Suggs. Back to MP. Launches it from deep. They get it back. Suggs outside. Second shot opportunity. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters.
Looks like a goon break. What?
quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Brooklyn out in front. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. They've got Johnson. He's out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Clowney in at the power forward. Pass to Johnson. Sharp, a screen on Anthony. Top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Wilson passes to Melton. To the paint. Here's Clowney. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Bumped and finishes. Great stuff from Banchero.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Batase's checked in for Wagner. Wagner comes in for Banchero. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Anthony. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. Brooklyn with the ball. Melton outside. Johnson a screen on Anthony. From deep, Melton sinks it from distance. And the Nets lead by 16.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Here's Brooklyn. They're on a 14-5 run. Pass to Wilson. Back to Johnson. So we see the Nets taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks, for Doris Burke.
You win some, you lose some. We all have our bad days. Great music, great ribs. This is one city I don't mind visiting. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
You the man, MP. Show 'em what you got.
Come to the game and get a victory of your favorite mascot, Dees. You will be told. We've got and coming up, it's lunch bag day. Come on to the game and leave with your very own Grizzlies lunch bag.
Upcoming Grizzlies home games. Please visit the nearest ticket booth for more information.
And if you love the Grizzlies, be sure to support them at home. We will be giving them for $2,000. Their very own Grizzlies pizza. Don't miss out on our best friends giveaway. Everyone who shows up early will receive a bag featuring our
Up next, the Magic taking on the Grizzlies. For the Orlando Magic, they've tipped off. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Monday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. And then on Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And, you know,
He's checked in for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama comes in for Wells. Orlando also making some changes. MP's checked in for Banchero. And it's Anthony Black in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him, but for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
All right, let's hand it over to David Aldridge, who has a report on MP.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David. That's something you got to have in this NBA. Clark kicks to Morant. 1:22 left to play in the first. Clock at 4. From 13. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Jacks up a 3. Another miss by Banchero.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Memphis moving it around.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Magic trail by 8. Wagner passes to Banchero. Kicks it out to Wagner. To end the run. Another miss by MP. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Banchero. Pass to Aldama. Here's Bain. Here's Heaney. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And here's MP for 3. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return.